Tender, juicy cuts of Nebraska beef. Grilled chicken skewers so good they'll make your mouth water. Ice cold Nebraska brews. A variety of cuisines for every palate. What are you craving? Our restaurants have atmospheres that set the stage for any occasion. It's about more than just dining away from home. Food takes the spotlight as guests become its audience. Go ahead, taste Carney. Food so good, you'll be craving more.
Our next guest is Michael Dixon, President and CEO of UNeMed, which is Michael will describe it better, but the technology transfer and incubation arm of the University of Nebraska Medical Center. And he's going to share with us his perspective on what he's seen, how he's seen the medical device ecosystem evolve here in Nebraska, and his perspective on this event coming up on October 20th.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Kirk. I really appreciate it. Coming from the medical center, this is really an exciting time. We've seen such an expansion of growth of medical research and what we've been able to do here at UNMC. So just the other day, the chancellor was telling us that they did a survey, and when they went nationally, they said, what do people know about Nebraska? And the first thing was football. So we're still safe there. They still think about football here.
And probably Warren
the
Buffett there
was,
somewhere, right?
But he wasn't second. Number two was healthcare.
Wow.
And what UNMC has been able to do over the last decade or decade and a half has really been impressive. It's grown not only locally but nationally, the reputation for being outstanding healthcare. And really what we're looking to do in UNeMed, we're, as you said, we're here to help make sure that all the good ideas out of the university get commercialized and turn into things that help people. But more than that, we want to see companies, we want to see businesses grow out of research. We want to see companies come and work with our researchers. We're attracting world-class researchers out of every quarter. We've got guys coming from Hopkins and Scripps and NYU, and they're coming here because we have these facilities that are world-class. And so the next stage for us is start to build businesses around the research, the facilities, and the talent. And we really want to see that ecosystem grow. And so I think, this conference is a step in the right direction, but it's one thing that we're going to be doing, and there's going to be more to come. And we really want to see, we want to see companies really engaged. We want to see entrepreneurs. We're bringing venture people in, and these are all assets that are going to help grow and build on the research strength that we've laid down over the last 20 years. So it's a really exciting time in Nebraska. I think there's just this big open upward trajectory of potential for us. We just got to grab it. So yeah, great opportunity.
Well, can you talk a little bit about kind of how UNeMed works and Unitech, and how you work with physician entrepreneurs to kind of help them develop their ideas and work towards commercialization?
Yeah. So in some regard, UNeMed is a classic group that's here to help researchers make sure that their research results have an impact. And so our chancellor will tell the researchers, your job isn't done when you publish a paper or give a big keynote presentation at a big conference. Your job is finished when someone benefits. And it's really tough. This is a long, long road to take an idea all the way through concept and to make it a product. And that's where UNeMed is a partner here. So our major goal is to work with researchers, work with clinicians, and make sure when they come up with a new medical device, a new therapeutic, diagnostic, maybe some new software that'll help improve healthcare, we're going to make sure that software or that new technology finds a partner on the commercial side that'll invest in it, and it'll help make sure they'll make sales and get it out to people so that it can have an impact. And so our goal is really to be the person in between the suit coats and the bench and the lab coats.
Lab coats.
And yeah, the lab coats. and really help, we can speak a little business, we can speak a little science. And then UNeMed has been around about 20 years. We've been working and growing and building. And over the last 5 years, we realized we needed some incubation space. We needed groups that'll help work with entrepreneurs. And that's where Unitech came. And so we built a program called Unitech. And they're really here to help accelerate and help help these businesses grow, because every technology we get is a long road. And we're getting 100, 110 new inventions every year. And so you can imagine the amount of work that takes to take every one of those inventions and try to find a home, find a partner, find a developer for that. UNITech is another resource that we have to help recruit entrepreneurs, help get venture capital, help really get these companies up and going. And one of the cool things about UNITech is it isn't just grabbing things from UNeMed and the university and incubating. It'll actually work with community members who have new ideas, or a nurse that's out of our system that would like to build a company. UNITech will work with them and help them give access to university resources and help get them connected so that they have an opportunity to build and grow that company. So while we love to see our university stuff, become companies and become technologies, we also realize that there are great inventions everywhere. And the opportunity to build those inventions isn't just because you're a researcher. It's a public university, and we want to make sure that the resources of the university are leveraged by everyone, and that they all great ideas have a chance to become successful.
Excellent. Can you tell us a little bit about, since your time at UNMC, kind of how you've seen things evolve, the changes in the ecosystem, maybe, for example, the number of, medical device related patents coming out of the university, however you can kind of, share with us the evolution over the recent years to get us where we are, and, right on the doorstep of actually doing this, the first medical device conference.
Yeah, so it really starts with research. When I started at the university 20 some years ago, it was a really strong university clinically. It had a great education. I think it was growing in research. We've really seen that hockey stick effect take, really hit an upward trajectory. Last year, I believe, or somewhere around 250 million in research expenditures. So,
wow.
That's 10 to 15-fold higher than when I started here. It's really become a significant driver. And that research, as you said, it leads to inventions, it leads to patents. We just got the report from the National Academy of Inventors. Again, the University of Nebraska as a whole was, I think, number 66 on the list. That's worldwide of universities that secure patents. Here at the medical center, we had in calendar year 2021, we had 28 patents issue. And I went back to look at the numbers, and one of the things my staff will laugh a little. I always say, well, patents show that we can spend money. That's great, but what are we doing? Are people licensing? Are we getting partners to work with the technology? And what's really cool is when we went back to look, 23 of those 28 patents were licensed, and people were working on developing the products.
That's probably a higher ratio than just about any university. Yeah.
I think it shows that we're being successful, at least with those technologies. Our portfolio as a whole is about 60%. We have a lot of new stuff coming in. We'll work with almost all the investigators. We file provisionals. We get out. We market a lot. Try to identify companies that want to do research, that are interested in having access again to our resources, and make sure that good ideas are being developed. But one of the really interesting things was we look at those 23 patents that have been licensed that just issued. Majority are startups. There are startups like Virtual Incision. Exavir just raised $4 million working on HIV elimination. Companies like Shannon Pharmaceuticals developing long-lasting drugs using nanoformulations. There are medical device companies developing new cardiovascular tools. So it runs the gamut. And the great thing is these are all biomedical companies. Our shop at the medical center is all biomedical, and we also work with UNO, and they've got one of the greatest biomechanics facilities in the world.
Without a doubt. Yeah, I've seen it, and I've never seen one on that level before. So.
And it's not just, we all say, it's not the facilities, it's the people and the programs in the facilities. So this group in biomechanics, in the last 5 years, there have been over 50 inventions. We've got several patents out of the group. And I think there's somewhere around 5 new startups that have come out of that little group.
Fantastic.
Over the last 5 years. they just keep cranking out great ideas, and really are driving to make those ideas into things that are commercial products. So it's a great time from a UNeMed perspective. We've never had more fun, and that upward trajectory just it doesn't look like it's going to slow down. So we're going to continue to put out new technologies and really push the boundaries, try to see how we can get more developed. How do we develop more ecosystem? How do we get more engagement with companies, and honestly open the doors to the medical center for companies to come and do business, making sure that we're leveraging our assets. We're not just here to write papers. We're here to get things done.
Could you talk a little bit about the October 20th event, what it means to UNMC, where you're going to host it within UNMC, and some of the other details about the event?
Yeah, we're really excited about this event for Innovate Nebraska. It's really a collaboration between the Omaha Chamber, Bio Nebraska, and UNMC is incredibly excited to be able to host this event and show off the UNMC facilities, as well as some of the research and some of the talent that is at the university. We're going to have panels. UNeMed will have a panel where we show off some of the brand new technologies that have been developed over the last year. There'll be entrepreneurs talking about companies that they built recently, as well as some companies that have raised over $100 million with virtual incision, and Shane Ferret are getting a chance to tell his story. And then in addition, we're going to get a chance to get tours of the Davis Global Center and the home of iExcel, which is one of the largest medical education facilities that leverages AR and VR, which is really the future of medical education. As you go through this facility, they have some incredible tools. Our learners have access to and are developing the next generation of medical education, and really the ones starting to teach other universities how to do this. The facilities that have been put in place for innovation, for creativity, for the next generation are really world class. They're things that I would have never expected 20 years ago to see in Omaha, but here we are, and we've got a chance to really hit the next level, bring companies in to get a chance to collaborate with us, and we're really excited to have this opportunity.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us and sharing your perspective. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll keep talking the good word about Innovate Nebraska.